Hello and welcome to the latest Craftmania Sunday Showcase. I'm Jamie and I'm going to be your host today as I take you through some incredibly cheap dies. We have 15 different sets to show you. There's a little bit for everybody. We've got motorbikes and flowers and dragonflies and borders. There's a whole host of things. I really think you're going to enjoy today's video. I have 13 different cards I'm going to talk you through in a little while as well. And you'll be glad to hear our Essentials packs are back for this week as well. They keep going out so quickly, they just sell out before we can barely get through our first 24 hours. So if you like the look of them ones, don't forget to get in while you can. But before we jump ahead to that bit, let's have a look at the dies that we have on offer for you this week. So we're going to keep it nice and simple. We've coded them in number order. So if you are somebody who's going to order on Facebook or YouTube or by text, all you need to let us know is that you want die number 1. So this time we're looking at this beautiful shoe, high heel shoe, beautiful design, really intricate. Got some lovely flowers and leaves and bits going on in that one. It's only £6.49, which, as you can probably guess, it's such a large die if you compare it to the size of my finger, for instance. They really are big old dies for the money, and I have a feeling this is going to be a very popular week indeed. Moving on, we have our flower set. Now these are beautiful because they cut this little intricate part in so you can actually 3D your leaves. You'll get to obviously see them on my card shortly, but they really are lovely. We then have our solid flowers and our matching leaves to go with it. So in that set you're actually getting 10 dies for your money, and that's only £7.69. The code for this set is die2. Moving on, we have our motorbike. Now again, this is quite a nice size die. It's quite a big die, and it's only £4.49. Your code for this one is die number 3. Die number 4 is a really lovely dress, and quite nicely they've really thought about this one. They've also given you a little coat hanger to go with it. So if you want to do something a bit different, you can do. You don't, of course, have to use the coat hanger with the dress. You can use them separately, but a lovely set to be used all the same. This is die 4, and it's only £6.69. Moving on to die 5, we have our fan segment. Now this one's only £4.99 and it makes the most beautiful fans, and so much we can do with that one as well. But just as a fan, it really is lovely. I can't wait to show you my cards I've made with that one. Moving on to die number 6, we have our handbag. Now I've got a bit of a clever idea for this one I'll be showing you shortly. Die 6 is only £5.79. Again, I can't believe the price of these when you look at how big that is. That really is a very large die. We used to have a die handbag very similar to this that was £13. So these prices really are incredible in comparison to some of the ones we've had previously. Moving on, we have our golfer's trolley. Now this is a bit of a different one, isn't it? I know that a lot of you have got golfers in the family or friends, or maybe even golf yourself, and it's also very difficult to usually get golf orientated things. Well, this die is certainly going to help you out with that one. This is die number 7 and it's £6.99. Moving on, we have a vintage car. This is die number 8 and this one's only £3.99, so it's silly money, and it really is a lovely size die. Again, it's still quite large considering it's only, well, less than £4, and of course it lends itself to men's cards, wedding cards, the whole host of reasons we could want a nice vintage car. Moving on, die number 9. This time we're getting a really nice big corner, and it is quite a nice size corner. You've also got quite a large sort of decorative bar that goes with it that again has loads of uses. They're really good to use as stoppers as well if you like to make easel cards. This is die 9 and again it's only £5.99. So you're getting both of your dies at £5.99. Less than £3 a die really, isn't it? So really good. Die number 10 is our lacy heart, and this one's really lovely again, and it's got some really nice embossing on it actually on the petals of the dies here, a really nice intricate scrolls, and then of course this lattice part in the corner, and again only £4.99, so less than a fiver for that one, and it is beautiful. Then again, for die number 11, another great priced one. This one's only £4.29, and we can never have enough butterflies, can we? We sell so many butterfly dies, and I think this one's really going to be one of the leading sellers because it's really lovely, very intricate cuts again, and got these really lovely scrolly parts in it once it's cut too. Die number 12 is a 3-piece set, so this time we've got 2 corners and a border. Now I know this one looks like an edgeable. We often have edgeables on our Sunday showcases. An edgeable doesn't have a blade across here, so it actually stays on the card. This one does have a blade, so it will cut out as a freestanding piece, which is really handy. Your set for this one, die 12, is only £5.79. So that's less than £2 a die, obviously. So silly, silly money, really. For die 13, we have a dragonfly. Very similar in size to our butterfly that we was looking at as die number 11. And of course the same price. So again, only £4.29. So again, I think that one's going to be very popular. Now we take a jump over to die number 14, or code set 14. Now, confession time here. We have 14 and 15, two sets that I totally forgot I'd got. I'd made all of my samples. This is God's honest truth. I'd made all of my samples, and then when we was getting them out of the box to put them out for our video, I realised we'd actually got these two sets. So you're not going to see them featured at all on my video today, I'm afraid. But they are new, and they are very cheap, and they're lovely sets to have. Code 14 is your men's sentiments. So in here we've got dad, nephew, brother, uncle, granddad, son, husband and boyfriend, all for £5.99. And then code 15 is our female dies, which give you mum, niece, sister, aunt, grandma, nan, daughter, wife and girlfriend. So obviously well under £1 a die. I know of another company that actually sells words like these individually, and they're a good sort of £1.99, £2.99 per one. So again, I think these could be quite quick to sell out, and of course do really give you the chance to personalise your cards. Might be nice as well if you do place settings, especially when we get to Christmas, if you're going to be doing Christmas crackers and bits, to personalise them and pop all the family titles on them might be quite a nice idea. So let's take you and show you our essentials pack for this week. It really is a lovely set. I know it's sometimes awkward to show you these first before you've seen the cards and what you can do with it, but I think you're going to really like this just for what it is. So in here we have got some gross grain brown ribbon. You're getting a metre of that one. A double satin gold ribbon, sorry, you're getting a metre of that one. A sheer purple, again a metre. A slightly thinner lilac double satin, a metre of that one. This really lovely wide sheer white ribbon with a double satin strip going through the middle of it, a metre of that one. And then a lilac sheer ribbon, again a metre of that one. So quite a lot of ribbon, but you're going to see a lot of that used on my cards today. You're also going to get 3 sheets of really nice quality mirror board, which is really lovely to cut with your dies as well. Of course, as well as layering. So a lovely mirror board, lovely quality. You're also going to get a peel off border. Now this is quite a nice one because when it pulls off you get all of these little sort of connected dots, which are quite lovely to work with. You'll see that as a border on one of my cards. You're also going to get a packet of pearls, which as you can see you're getting lots of different sizes in here. They're all loose and already self-adhesive, so they'll just stick on. These work perfectly as the middles of your flowers. Them really beautiful flower dies we were looking at a moment ago. They really are perfect for in them, and jazzing up that lovely lattice heart and a couple of the others as well. But you'll get to see them dotted around on quite a lot of my bits. Then we've got some really nice cardstock for you. Today I've been using the blue of this cardstock, but we're also going to give you 5 of the yellow, 5 blue, 5 pink and 5 green. We're also giving you a slightly thicker cardstock in the black, and again I've used an awful lot of black today. You're going to get 5 sheets of that one. We're also introducing a brand new pearl card to you today. This is Silver Shimmer Pearl card, and it's beautiful. It really is lovely. If you've had our Essentials packs or any of our pearl card packs recently, you're going to know it really is good quality, and this one is lovely. It really is a great new addition to our collection. You can buy it on its own. We'll talk about that a little while later, but in your Essentials pack, you're going to be getting 10 A4 sheets of that one. We've then also got a few 12x12s for you. So we've got a nice graphic 45 double-sided map design. We've then got a nice green pinstripe, a nice verse one side and lace design for our next 12x12. And then lastly, a lilac pinstripe in your 12x12s for your backing papers. And then we're also going to give you some glitter card. So this again is a non-shed, really good quality, perfect for die cutting, ultra fine. You can even stamp on this and colour it if you want to. Really is a lovely quality glitter card. You're going to get an A4 sheet of black, one of gold and one of purple. Now this week's Essentials pack, if you was to buy all of your components individually, it should cost you £18.60. But as this is an Essentials pack for your Sunday showcase, this week only you can buy the whole set for just £12. Now, genuinely, these have been selling like wildfire. We've had these on the last 2 or 3 weeks in different forms to match the items in my cards, and they've been one of the first items to sell out week on week. So if you do like the look of that and you want to save big, because it is, isn't it? You know, you're saving £6.90 on that one, or £6.60, sorry, I'm reading upside down. It's a good time to get in and get it while we've got them, so don't miss out. So with that in mind, let's show you how I've used all of these dies and your essentials pack to make some of the cards I've done for you today. So we're going to start off here with your shoe, which is die number 1. The shoe has been cut out of that really lovely silver shimmer card. Pretty much all of the white card you see today will be that silver shimmer card, to give you a heads up. It really is lovely to cut. It's quite a nice weight. It's not too thick to cut through, and it really is lovely. It's quite independent when you want to foam pad it, but it is quite nice for your cutting too. Obviously we've got our silver mirror board tucked in on this one as well, and some of your ribbons that you've got in your essentials bundle. And then on the inside, this sadly doesn't come included in your essentials pack obviously, but I've taken my little handbag and turned it into a little pocket for you to put a gift in if you wish to. Now of course you could put gift cards in there, gift vouchers, or money if you wanted to. So how I've created this is by taking 2 of the handbags, I've cut them out, and I've actually used some tracing paper, but you could use parchment, tracing paper, whatever you wish to. And I've just traced around the edge of my handbag, cut that out, and then I've stuck it onto the back of the actual die cut, just to fill it in and give it more of a filled-in colour scheme, instead of it being open for you to see the money and that in there. And then easily you can leave the top open, bend the handle down and use that as a little pocket for, as I say, gift vouchers or gift cards, or of course good old-fashioned money if you wish to. I really quite like that. I hope you like that one too, but it's a nifty idea. And of course not only would that work with your high heel, it would also work with the dress and the fan, as well as many of the other ones if you wanted to. So depending on what dies you get, you might like that one. Moving on, we'll show you a man's card. Now, we're always being asked for man's dies, and it's lovely. Of course, not only exclusive to men on motorbikes, but it is a good one to have in your stash if you are going to be making men's cards. This is your actual motorbike use. I've just cut 2 of them out of black card, and I've gone over all of the bits on here using gold metallic wax, gilding wax. That's the word I'm looking for, sorry. Just to give them a bit of a highlight. And then, of course, you can see your paper-wise is the 12 by 12 out of the essential pack as well. So it really does go in quite nicely with that die set. Moving on to your 3rd card today, and we're getting your first look at the dress. This time we've got it just cut out of that nice white shimmer, and then we've got the same flowers cut out down the side here from the white shimmer. Now, of course, the flowers are from die set 2. Now, as I show you the different sets of these, I just want to highlight how I've done the petals different on quite a few of them. So with these ones, I've just pulled them up with the tweezers and then just sort of squidged them flat again, just so they sort of sit out in a little bit of a hook style from the actual flowers. But there are many ways you can use these. Some of the smaller ones, the ones that are solid, I've just literally pinched and bent upwards to give you more of a sort of cupped flower style. But there is really no end to the ways you can use them. You may notice this bit here on the corners of my frame. That is the large corner out of die set 9. It's literally just tucked over and around my mirror board layer. And then in the middle here, I've actually embossed some lilac Centura pearl using our dots embossing folder. I'll show you that shortly because I've got it on another card coming up. But it's quite nice to see it the right way up. On the next one I show you, it's going to be debossed instead of embossed, to give you an idea. But I love the dress. I thought that looked really quite classy, really quite elegant, and many occasions you could send that for. And don't forget, your dress is die number 4 and it's only £6.69. Moving on to card number 4. This one's a really, really quick and simple card. To be honest, it was made in seconds, just out of the bits I'd already cut and hadn't actually really used. So the corners are out of our die set number 12, which is the one where you get 2 corners and a border for only £5.79. You've then got that really lovely lattice heart, which, as I said earlier to you, it really is lovely. Hopefully you're picking up on all the embossed work on the actual flowers, and you've noticed all these nice cutting parts they've done to the leaves just to give you a bit more texture and definition. Your lattice heart, don't forget, is only £4.99, so it really is a cheap die for the size of it. Again, we had one very similar to that a long time ago that was £12.99, so they really have come down dramatically in price. Again, we've got your flowers just added onto the corner here, and you're seeing the pearls again on this, dotted around on the whole card. The pearls, of course, are off of that mix set that come in your Essentials pack, so another good reason to get hold of that pack. Moving on to card number 5, this time we've gone for a bit of a black and white monochrome effect. Dies are all from the die 12 pack, which is your border and your 2 different types of corner. So there's no reason like this you can't use them together. The part in the middle that I've created actually fitted as a square as well as a diamond, and it looked quite nice in both directions. So if you quite like this layered sort of really heavy effect with all the different dies, no reason you can't tweak it in direction. Then of course in the flower set round here, that's all of our flowers from die set number 2, which is 769. And this time I wanted to show you that although they've cut in all that part that I keep telling you can fold up and bend up if you want to, if you don't wish to faff with them and you want to leave them flat, they do actually look quite nice just left alone. I've just dressed mine up with a few gems, and to me I was quite happy with them. I didn't think it needed too much more. Of course the leaves also come out of that set, so that really is a lovely set to get hold of as well. And then moving on, this one is actually going to be a lesson. This is coming up, it starts in our Lowestoft store on the 22nd of May, which is a Tuesday. It will then be taught on the Wednesday and then again on the following Monday. And then shortly after that, it will appear in our Yarmouth store for their card making lessons, which take place on a Friday and a Saturday. So just to give you a heads up, have a look at the events section on our Facebook page if you'd like to know more about that one. But this is actually an exploding box. So when we take the top off, all of the sides fall down and you can see a couple more of our dies. So actually on the lid we have our flowers. Now as I said earlier, in your Essentials pack we were using the blue card that comes from that. This is actually the blue card to make these flowers. On this side we of course have the dragonfly, which is die 13 and is only £4.29 as well. And then actually in the middle of our exploding box we have that lattice heart again, which of course was die number 10 and only £4.99. And then we've got more of the flowers from die number 2 over the top of that. And then there's a few dotted around the box as well. So if we pick the sides up again, you can see there should be a little display on here and a little display on the back as well. So there's quite a few bits going on that one. That is, as I say, going to be a lesson. Our lessons are only £10 and everything you need is provided for you. And you will leave, hopefully successfully, having made your exploding box. Our next card is actually another lesson as well. This will be coming up on the lesson starting on the 29th in Lowestoft. And again, as I say, appearing in Yarmouth slightly after that. So if you like the look of this card, you can come along and do that too. The paper in this one, the nice pinstripe line, is again in your Essentials pack. In the middle of it, we have our gorgeous dress. And I've actually used a coat hanger this time to hang it up to give you a bit of a wardrobe-y, shop windowy effect. And I've just done out my dress this time out of lilac centura pearl, the coat hanger out of silver mirror, which of course is in your Essentials pack again. Your dress, just to remind you, is only £6.69, and then around here we've got lots of the flowers from that die set number 2. Also, sneakily popping out from inside the oval here is that really nice corner which comes from die set number 9. Now, of course, it is designed to be used as a corner, but there's no reason you can't twist it and use it to go into the base of ovals or circles if you wish to. Especially in apertures, it looks quite smart, doesn't it? And sort of squares it off slightly. Again, in the middles of my flowers, I've just added a few gems, and then on the inside, we've just got a little stamped verse. As I say, that one is another lesson and will be coming up from May the 29th. So again, check out the events section and both of those projects will be on there to give you a little idea. Moving on to our next one, we have our fan pieces. Now that was die number 5. It's only £4.99 and it will just cut out your actual fan piece for you. I've traced around or drawn around the side of my die and die cut and then cut out some paper to go on the back of it, so which I've just used a pearl paper just to fill in the gaps and give it a different look. But of course you don't have to do that if you don't want to. But nice and simple, just different golds and purples. The border peel off that comes in your Essentials pack is used around the side of this one. So you can see it's quite a smart little dot. I know not everyone likes peel offs, but I do quite like the borders and I do sometimes think it pulls it together a bit. So with our purple and gold, I thought that worked quite nicely. And then I've done this and I haven't finished it, to be honest with you, but I like to show you different ideas. So this is just the fan piece cut again. I've bradded it at the bottom so you can move it and open it if you wish to. And I had just added 3 levels, and I was going to put MUM for mum across the different ovals. But of course you could put people's names or occasions or dates in a scrapbook album if you wanted to. There's no reason why you couldn't. You could even do it all up with a little bow and let them open it themselves to reveal their name or their occasion or their date, whatever you wish to. Or of course you could set it out. I've actually glue gunned this one together to save the brad, but if you wanted to, as I say, you can brad them. Not to miss the butterfly on the bottom here as well. That's one of your dies. That's die number 11, and again, that is such a beautiful die, and it's only £4.29. This time I've cut round some gold Centura Pearl to put on the back of that one to give you a different look. And of course, I didn't mention it, but you're getting some of your ribbons here. You're getting to see those that are, of course, in your essentials pack as well. Moving on to your next card. Now this one is a technique I did for some examples a couple of years back, and everyone really loved them, so I thought I'd actually show you it in a card form instead. So I've done sort of an uppy downy card for this one. I've used the border out of die set number 9, which is only £5.99, and that's making the panel at the bottom here and the one at the top. I've used black cardstock, cut them out, and then using a quickie glue pen and some glitters, I've just literally quickie glue penned over the areas I want my first colour to be, sprinkled on my glitter, let that dry, and then gone back and done more quickie glue pen and more colours of glitter to fulfil my different items. Now obviously the shoe took a little bit more work, and I did, if I'm being honest, get a little bit impatient and started throwing on glitters before other items had dried, but you will, I hope, have a lot more time than I do to do these bits. So in areas it has sort of layered over a couple of colours, but sometimes I think that looks quite nice and gives you a bit of a varied effect. So it's nothing wrong with it if you don't mind that look, but it is just layering glitters on top of black cardstock. So with that in mind, we have another offer for you this week. You can actually buy 6 pots of our glitter and a quickie glue pen. So if you haven't done this before, this will give you the colours you need. It should cost you £17.93, but as it's part of our Sunday Showcase video today, it is on an offer and it is only £15. Now in here you're getting a whole jar of gold, red, blue, purple, copper and green, and of course your quickie glue pen to work with it so you can create this style of effect. Obviously your shoe was shoe die number 1, which is only £6.49, so that is giving you a different effect of what you could do with your shoe die if you like that look. Moving on to our next card. So this one is the first time you're going to see your car die. Your car die is die number 8, and it's only £3.99, and I think that's such a beautiful die for that. Again, I've cut it out of black cardstock, and I've gone over the top using my gilding wax. And then I've done the same with my corners here. The corners again come from die set number 12 for £5.79. The circle, I've just cut a circle out using a different die set. I've popped it through an embossing folder of a script, which is this one here. The script folder is £5.99 if you'd like one of those. We do have them in stock too. And I've just used some distress inks to just go over the top of it just to smarten it up a little. But a very, very simple card to make once again. And nice for men's cards. So time and time again we hear how hard it is to do men's cards. That card really does come in super handy for that. As I said also with your car, you can of course dress it up for weddings. So this time I've gone for more of a wedding look. I didn't actually have a wedding stamp, so instead I've got life is a song, love is the music. So, but of course you could put weddings and congratulations and happy anniversaries, whatever you wanted on there. But it is our car. This time it's cut out of gold mirror board, and I've layered 2 of them. The paper is, of course, the one out of your Essentials pack, that really lovely white lacy one, which would be really nice as well if you wanted to do white work cards. I've resisted temptation this week, so I do a lot of white work cards. And I have a feeling you might see a few of them next week, so I thought I'd save you that today. But you certainly could use that paper for some nice white work styles. Again, we've got that corner from set number 9, die set number 9, which is only £5.99. And then, of course, we've got your flowers going around the corner here, which is die set number 2, £7.69. Moving on to your penultimate card this time, we have a different look. We've gone for a bit of a distress style. Again, this is all cut out of your white shimmer card, that new white shimmer card, and then I've distressed over the top of it. I doubt you're going to pick it up, but it really does distress lovely and give you a nice sheen to it. So again, you don't have to keep it white, dress it up with some inks, give it a different effect. So in the middle, obviously, we have your butterfly, which is 429, die number 11. Flowers, again, down the bottom here are, of course, die set number 2769. And then you might just about see that is the border from set number 9 sneaking in under there. But I wanted to show you how it makes quite a nice back into your flowers. If you don't want to use lots of leaves or cut lots of bits, why not use that and ink it green, and it will give you quite a nice effect for that too. Out the side of my actual waterfall card, we have obviously that nice border part from die set number 12, the 579 set, and it's quite a nice way to use the border and dress up the waterfall a little bit more. Flower wise, obviously these are all flower 2. You'll notice I've used the more solid flowers for the front part, and then the ones with the openings down the sides to give me a different effect. And then on the back here we have a nice embossing folder. This is our floral embossing folder. Its code is floral and it's only $4.99 if you like the look of that folder. The script one we showed you a little while ago, that again has been used in here. That's our $5.99 script one, and of course we have that too. Now, nice and simple for my last card today. This is a very easy monochrome one, just to show you how simple you could make them golf cards if you do like the look of them. This is die number 7 for your golf trolley, and it's only $6.99, so it really is quite an easy one to use and quite a lovely effect to work with. Behind it, now this is a stolen idea. Somebody who was in my lesson the other day, actually, a lovely lady called Emma, was chatting about how she'd used our embossing folder of our dots and used the other side of it and cut it out in circles to give that pitted effect that you get on a golf ball. So I didn't actually want to make the little balls to go with my trolley, but I did like the idea that just to give a subtle nod to it, I've used it as the back plate to go behind it. So hopefully you can pick up that nice debossed effect from our dot embossing folder. Now if you like that embossing folder, again, we have that one available. It's only $5.99 and it's called Dots, nice and simply. Now, we did mention that you can purchase the silver shimmer separately if you wish to, so that is available. You can have a pack of 10 of that for just $1.99 if you would like that. It should be £4, but it is reduced to just £1.99. So if you do like the look of just getting your hands on that, then you can buy it separate. But of course, it is also in your essentials pack, so don't forget you can pick one up in there and save quite nicely on getting it in that offer. Now, of course, this is a Sunday showcase, so the bit I haven't let you in on already is how you can take part in our promotion for this week. Now, with every die I've shown you, we are going to give you a free raffle ticket when you purchase them. It doesn't matter where in the world you live for this. You can literally live the other side of the world or just down the road. It really doesn't matter. Every single set of dies you purchase, we are going to give you a completely free raffle ticket. On next week's video, we will pick one lucky winner, and that winner will receive £50 worth of Craftmania Gift Vouchers. Now, if you don't live local, of course, you can spend them on our website. If you do live close to the stores, why not pop in and spend them there? Or, of course, you can use them to book lessons. They really can be used towards anything you wish to, and it's a nice little way to get £50 for nothing. All you have to do is buy a few dies. Every die you buy, you'll get a ticket. Nice and simple, isn't it? And hopefully one of you will win and get something really nice with your vouchers. So they are your offers. We of course have your essentials bundle, your essentials pack I should say, sorry. Recommended £18.60, yours for just £12 if you wish to get your hands on one of them. Then we have all of your individual dies, which will just give you a quick scan over in case you've forgot any of these along the way. So we have die number 1, which is your shoe, £6.49. Your flower collection die number 2, £7.69. Your motorbike die number 3, £4.49. Your beautiful dress with coat hanger, die 4, £6.69. That beautiful fan piece, which is die number 5, is £4.99. The very lovely handbag, which is perfect for them gift cards or gift money, die number 6, £5.79. Golf trolley is die number 7, £6.99. Our very lovely vintage car is die number 8 and is only $3.99. And then we have our floral border and corner, which is die number 9 for only $5.99. A very lovely lattice heart, which is die number 10 for $4.99. That stunning butterfly, which is die number 11, is only $4.29. And then we have our trio of borders and corners, which is die number 12, and that was only $5.79. We then have your dragonfly die, which is die 13 at only $4.29. And then as we skip over, we have your men's set of sentiments, which is code 14, and that's only $5.99, or your female set of sentiments, which is code 15 for $5.99. Now, don't forget your glitter offer as well. That it should be £17.93, but yours for just £15. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you do get any of these, I would love to see what you create with them. Every now and again we do get to see different bits that you send in to us, and I really do appreciate getting to see them. So please don't hesitate, do send in your photos, especially on our Facebook page. You can either pop them on yourself or you can actually message them to us, and we'll share them if you'd like us to as well, so the rest of the world can see what you've been up to with these lovely products. Of course, as always, you can have these posted to you anywhere in the world. We often tell you this. If you are watching anywhere in the world and you'd like them sent to you, just check out our international shipping page on our website and you can read up how that works. If you live in the UK and you'd like to have any of these sent to you, that's not a problem at all. P&P is £2.75 on all orders under £35. If you spend above £35, P&P is completely free, which is a nice little way to get hold of them, isn't it? Free P&P, lovely. Obviously, if you wish to, you can pop onto our Pinterest page as well. We pop all of the projects that you see here on there, so you can go on there and pin them and then go back to them at a later date if you wish to. If you're watching us through YouTube and you haven't already, please do subscribe. We love it when you click the subscribe button. And if you've enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and share it as well. We do like it when you share them. It's lovely to have a wider audience. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I look forward to seeing you on next Sunday when I have another new video for you. Bye for now.